Hello everyone. We made it to the middle of the week. I hope that you've had a good week, although I wish I had better news to say today. I'm sure you've heard the news that there's been another shooting here in our country in Wisconsin. A man who was shot in the back 7 times, if I remember right. And now more protests are happening, shootings happening at the protest. It just doesn't seem to end. And it's just tragic to see things like this happening. Maybe they've always happened and we just didn't have them on video. Now we can see them. I don't know, but it just seems like more and more things like this, violent things are happening, and you just have to wonder what is going on with our world. And part of me began searching in the Bible for hope in a time like this. And of course there are great verses, hope-filled verses for times like this, such as Isaiah chapter 60, verse 18. Speaking of when God sets up his kingdom and what it will be like, it says in verse 18, "No longer will violence be heard in your land, nor ruin or destruction within your borders, but you will call your walls salvation and your gates praise." Doesn't that sound beautiful? No more violence will be heard in the land. And then, of course, this is also reflected in Revelation chapter 21, verse 7. Speaking of when God has fixed everything, it says God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There shall be no more death, nor sorrow, nor crying. The former things have passed away. There shall be no more pain. Boy, we long for those days. And even though we long for those days, it's not like we can just keep our eyes fixed on heaven and forget the trouble that's happening right now. We have to think of ways that what we can do in our world to do our best to combat violence, prejudice, injustice, all those things that are out there. To stand up for those who are oppressed, those who are weak, no matter who they are, no matter what they look like. We should always stand up for what's right. Because we're still living in this world. We long for the next world, the second world that God's going to come and make. But until that time, let's be used by God today to make this world a better place, to spread love, to spread hope, and to do our best to share with others that there's a better way to live, God's way. So just wanted to encourage you in that. I know it's tough to be upbeat right now when we think about our world, still dealing with COVID and still dealing with struggles with race relations. There is so much pain. But our God is still with us. He's still in control and he's still going to help. So let's be praying about all these things and asking God to do his part. And then let's be used by God to do our part too. Friends, take care, stay safe, and let's take care of each other. God bless you. Goodbye.